Okay, we have a treat for you today. This is an all-time classic, The Great Gatsby. Let's just dive right in. Nick Carraway arrives in West Egg, Long Island in the summer of 1922, renting a modest house next to the grand estate of enigmatic J. Gatsby. Nick, a Yale graduate and World War I veteran, has come east to make a living in the bond business. Across the bay in East Egg live his cousin Daisy Buchanan and her wealthy but brutish husband Tom. One evening, Nick visits the Buchanans where he meets the beautiful but cynical Jordan Baker, a professional golfer. During this visit, he quickly learns that Tom is having an affair with Myrtle Wilson, the wife of a poor garage owner named George Wilson. Tom's blatant infidelity is common knowledge to those around him, and he makes no effort to hide it. Nick, somewhat naive at first, begins to realize the moral corruption that pervades the world of the wealthy. Nick is soon drawn into the world of his mysterious neighbor. Gatsby, known for his lavish parties attended by New York's elite, finally invites Nick to one. Amid the extravagant celebration, Nick hears many rumors about Gatsby, some claiming he was a German spy, others believing he once killed a man. When he finally meets Gatsby, he is surprised to find that he is a polite and hopeful man rather than the extravagant playboy that the rumors suggest. As the night progresses, Gatsby and Nick bond, and Gatsby later reveals that he has a deep and consuming love for Daisy. Years ago, Daisy and Gatsby had a passionate romance, but due to Gatsby's lack of wealth, Daisy eventually married Tom. Gatsby, unable to forget her, spent years amassing a fortune, buying a mansion in West Egg across the bay from Daisy's house, in the hope of winning her back. Every night, Gatsby stares longingly at the green light at the end of Daisy's dock, a symbol of his unattainable dream. With Jordan's help, Gatsby arranges a meeting with Daisy at Nick's house. The encounter is initially awkward, but soon old feelings resurface, and Gatsby and Daisy fall into an affair. Gatsby believes he can recreate the past, erasing Daisy's marriage and resuming their love as if nothing had changed. He envisions a future where Daisy will leave Tom and declare that she never loved him. But while Daisy enjoys the affair, she is hesitant to completely sever ties with her privileged life with Tom. The illusion of her love and her fear of losing security create a deep internal conflict within her. She is trapped between passion and practicality, between Gatsby's dream and her reality. Gatsby's obsession with the past blinds him to the fact that Daisy is no longer the same woman he once loved, nor does she share his idealistic view of their love. Tom soon grows suspicious and confronts Gatsby at the Plaza Hotel in New York City. In a heated exchange, Tom exposes Gatsby's shady business dealings, including his involvement in bootlegging and other illegal activities. He insists that Daisy belongs to him and always has. Under the weight of the moment, Daisy falters and, unable to make the bold choice Gatsby desires, ultimately chooses to stay with Tom. Gatsby is left shattered by her indecision, unable to accept that the past cannot be rewritten. On the way back from the city, Daisy, who is driving Gatsby's car, accidentally strikes and kills Myrtle Wilson. In a panic, Daisy drives away, leaving Gatsby to take the blame. He believes that by shielding Daisy, he is proving his love and loyalty to her, assuming that she will come back to him. However, Tom uses this opportunity to direct George Wilson's grief and anger towards Gatsby, misleading him into believing Gatsby was both Myrtle's lover and killer. Enraged and seeking revenge, George goes to Gatsby's mansion, where he finds him floating in his swimming pool. Without hesitation, George shoots Gatsby, killing him instantly, before turning the gun on himself. Nick, deeply disillusioned with the wealthy and their careless destruction, takes it upon himself to arrange Gatsby's funeral. However, to his shock, almost no one comes to pay their respects. The same people who attended Gatsby's extravagant parties and indulged in his generosity now ignore him in death. Even Daisy and Tom despair without a word, leaving no trace of their whereabouts. Gatsby, who built his entire life around the hope of being reunited with Daisy, dies alone, his dream completely shattered. Nick, realizing the hollowness of the world he has been living in, decides to leave the East and return to the Midwest, where values feel more genuine. He comes to understand that Gatsby's life was defined by an unattainable dream, the idea that wealth and status could allow him to reclaim a lost love. Before he departs, he reflects on Gatsby's dream, the futile belief that one can reclaim the past. Ultimately, he recognizes that Gatsby's hope, though beautiful, was doomed from the start. The American dream, as Gatsby understood it, was an illusion. The green light, once a symbol of hope, now stands as a reminder of dreams that can never truly be reached. The novel closes with Nick's solemn realization that we are all boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past. Beyond the immediate events of the novel, The Great Gatsby serves as a critique of the American dream itself. Gatsby embodies the ideal of a self-made success, but this story reveals the flaws in the notion that anyone can achieve prosperity and happiness through sheer determination. Despite his wealth, Gatsby remains an outsider to the upper-class world he aspires to join. The novel highlights the deep divide between old money and new money, showing that Gatsby's material success is not enough to grant him true acceptance among the elite. Tom and Daisy, emblematic of old money, are careless and entitled, using their privilege to escape the consequences of their actions. Gatsby, despite all his efforts, is ultimately disposable in their world. Fitzgerald also explores themes of moral decay in the emptiness of materialism. The novel's setting, the Roaring Twenties, is characterized by excess, corruption, and the pursuit of pleasure. Gatsby's lavish parties, filled with strangers who use him for entertainment, underscore the superficiality of high society. When Gatsby is no longer useful, he is abandoned by those who once enjoyed his generosity. Nick, the novel's narrator, begins with admiration for the glamour of this world, but gradually becomes disillusioned. By the end, he realizes that Gatsby, for all his flaws, was the only character who truly believed in something greater than himself. His idealism, though misguided, sets him apart from the selfishness and cynicism of those around him. As Nick prepares to leave, he reflects on the larger implications of Gatsby's story. Gatsby's fate is not just the result of personal misfortune, but a reflection of broader societal failures. The American dream, once a symbol of hope and possibility, has become tainted by greed and dishonesty. Gatsby's relentless pursuit of his dream ultimately leads to his downfall, illustrating the dangers of an obsession with the past. Nick's decision to return to the Midwest signifies his rejection of the corrupt world of the East and his yearning for something more authentic. Well, that does it for this classic novel. If you'd like to hear more, please like and subscribe so we can keep making more videos that feature cool books quick. Thanks.